Welcome to Sales and Fire and this week's tip to help you build a wildly profitable coaching business, attracting predictable, high-paying clients. So let's dive into what the topic is going to be about this week. This week is a particular topic that is really close to my heart, and it is the #1 reason why most coaches don't have predictable income. And what we're going to look at is how some quick tips to help you literally get over this barrier and start to get the clients that you set your business up to work with. Okay, so what is the #1 thing that you could well be doing that's stopping you having the profitable, thriving business that you actually want and desire? Well, welcome everybody, and I'm so glad that you've joined me. Marie Rogers, sales strategist and coach. And what I help coaches to eliminate is overwhelm, self-doubt and uncertainty so that you can have predictable attraction to high-paying clients and build this wildly profitable coaching business without expensive Facebook ads or complicated technology. So let's dive into this. The #1 reason or thing that most people do, and we all are guilty of this, but the problem is when you do it against the one thing that's going to get you profitable, is what's called confirmation bias. It's the first thing that I tend to work with all of my clients on when we first start working. And what it is, let me explain. Confirmation bias is where you form an opinion, okay? And from that opinion, you create a belief system, okay? And it is a system, okay? And then what you do is you spend your time gathering evidence to support your belief, okay? So what you think, you make a reality. Now, we all suffer from this. I spent ages saying, I'm no good at tech. Was that true? No. It literally was. I formed an opinion. I created a belief system out of it, and I constantly gathered proof to actually prove to me that it was right. So I would say, oh, well, every time I touch something, it breaks. Was that the truth? No. Okay? So actually what happens is, you load yourself with the evidence that supports the opinion that you formed, really based on no hard factual evidence, but you make it your reality. Now, fine, there's lots of times where this doesn't have a big impact, but when it's against sales, the lifeblood of your coaching business, then you have a problem. And that confirmation bias and the belief system that you gathered to yourself and all of the evidence that you've got supporting it is literally stopping you from having the business and working with the clients that you truly want to work with. So I'm going to ask you to really be honest now. And what we're going to look at is how do you start solving this? Now, I'm going to be honest, guys, and I'm going to say that all I'm going to be able to do in the next few minutes is give you a couple of tips. But the big awakening should be is, do I have this confirmation bias in the sales side of my business, the lifeblood of my business, the one thing that's going to actually make my business a success? Because let's be really honest here, guys. Without clients, you don't have a business. And without high-paying clients, you're not making enough money, okay? And how confirmation bias, here's the pain that it actually gives you. So if we look at sales, all right, and the opinion that you can actually have about it, I'm no good at sales, okay? Now what you want to be doing is, and the reason why that sometimes has came up is because maybe you feel a little bit awkward or a little bit unconfident, not confident about how to have that conversation about working with you. It could be that it's not something that you're familiar with, and so literally you just go, well, I'm no good at it. It's like if I turned around and says, well, could I climb that mountain? Well, I'm no good at it. Before I even start, before most people form an opinion before they've really investigated or tried something out. It's like when I grew up, I decided that I didn't like vegetables. Now, I hadn't even tried vegetables. I maybe tried one. I think it was Brussels sprouts. And I decided that that for me was all vegetables. And so I didn't, my parents had a terrible job, and it created a huge amount of angst during my childhood with them trying to get me to eat vegetables, and me deciding that one bad experience with Brussels sprouts literally was the entire vegetable culinary world. And it took me till I left home and didn't have my parents cooking to start investigating and trying vegetables, and now I love them, including Brussels sprouts. I spent years with my confirmation bias stopping me growing. I still say it's the reason why I'm 5'2". Had I not had this confirmation bias against vegetables, then I'd probably be a wee bit taller, okay? So, not such a big thing, but it did impact on my height. Right, so sales, I'm no good at sales. Then you basically start saying, right, okay, well, what's my belief system around that? Well, when I speak to people, you know, like, I don't want to be pushy, I don't want to be salesy, or I don't like these people who do this, and I don't like, so you start looking at this belief system that you have, and then you gather evidence to support it. And the evidence that you could have was, not everyone says yes. Not everyone says yes. Is that really a true evidence? Because should everybody be saying yes? My program, my options, my programs are not good enough, because otherwise people would be buying them. Not true. Okay? And you could go on and you could go on and actually, you know, like, I'm charging too much. Okay? You build all these beliefs, and you constantly look for evidence to support whatever you believe. Now, none of it is actually factual true, so I'm now going to give you an exercise, which is this. I want you to sit down and actually, I want you to look at sales. I want you to put that word up there, sales. And sales is where somebody buys with ease your product. And I want you to sit down and create 20 reasons as to why you're good at it. It could be, just spoke with a client who's actually on this call, and we had a big in-depth conversation about this and her fear and how it stopped her actually moving forward and actually working with high-paying clients. But when she sat down and did this exercise, she actually says, I could find more than 20 reasons why I was great at it, and that immediate impact meant that she went on to sell. Now, some of the things she came up with, she went, oh, wait a minute, like, in my past career in corporate, I had to sell all the time. When I think about it, I went in and sold my ideas. I sold products. I sold this. I sold that. I was great at sales when I did, you know, like this job. You know, so I want you to sit and think about all the reasons why you will be good at sales, including the fact that your solution is absolutely amazing and it will truly transform lives. So I want you to do that exercise. I also want you to be really honest with yourself and say to yourself, is my confirmation bias stopping my business being successful? Is it stopping me getting the high-paying clients that I really want? And if the answer to that is yes, here's that. I'm just giving you a quick exercise. But I'm going to be honest, guys. It's not going to solve years and years and years of you conditioning yourself to believe this crap, okay? But it will continue to hold you back. And now what I want you to do is push forward and say, do I want to continue with that confirmation bias, or do I want to have a mindset shift? And if you decide, yes, I want a mindset shift because I am tired of feeling overwhelmed, I'm tired of the self-doubt, and I'm tired of the uncertainty of not knowing when or if my next client is coming, then I want you to reach out. I want you to, for once, be confident about yourself, to reach out and literally say, I want to change. I want the next 12 months to be a lot better, and I do not want fear to hold me back. All I want you to do is post yes to change and no to fear. Yes to change, no to fear. Yes to change, no to fear. So that you can make the next 12 months much better and far, you know, and build that wildly thriving coaching business that you truly desire. But first of all, guys, it starts with you. And if you want to go deeper and you want to find out, well, what's these mindset shifts, Marie, that your clients are getting so quickly, where they're posting online already about the great results they're getting, Ask, DM me, put a post in there and find out about the next program. Find out about my client conversion system, which has already been responsible for offline over £28 million worth of sales, and it's literally what I brought online, and is why my clients are so successful. Okay, ask, find out about it. Find out, could it be a good fit? It might not, but you don't know until you find out. Okay, so for that, I'm now going to leave you. I'm going to wish you loads of sales success, and I'm going to ask you to invest in yourself, invest in your own momentum, invest in your success, get over your confirmation bias, and move on, go do. And in the meantime, I'm going to wish you loads of sales success for this week, and I'm here if you want to reach out and you want to actually find out how you can make that shift. Don't ask, doesn't get. Have a great week, guys.